There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. To move closer to family, live within a smaller budget, or just wanting a change of scenery. Whatever your reasons, having to figure out all the various housing market trends in your area may not be what you signed up for. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in. Realtors have the expertise to help you find the right price and navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. That's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
Joining me now is Paul Edwards, author of How to Rap, The Art and Science of the Hip-Hop MC. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
Who is the book for?
The book's mainly, obviously, for people who want to learn how to rap, because it's called How to Rap, The Art and Science of the Hip-Hop MC. But it's also for people who are into hip-hop and just want to know, like, how these artists put their music together and how they come up with rhymes. Because the reason I wrote the book was I wanted to know how these MCs put their rhymes together. And when I was reading interviews and stuff with them online or on TV, every so often you get like one or two questions which might go into it. But I wanted to do like full interviews where it was nothing but asking questions about MCing.
What I've noticed about the book, and what I think is really great, is that you interview over 100 artists, and they're not all MTV/Billboard artists.
Right.
Did you purposely not go for the MTV hip-hop crowd, or was there something else to it? Well,
I mean, like, obviously I have my favorite MCs, as everyone does, but I didn't want it to be just like, oh, Paul Edwards' favorite, MCs, or even try and cater to, like, one sort of, the hip-hop sort of MTV fan. I wanted to get a really wide range, because I think you can, like, learn from all different types of hip-hop. So, yeah, like as you say, I wanted to get your classic guys like Chuck D and Kool G Rap, who does the foreword, and Tribe Called Quest, and then also have like will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas talking about how he makes a hit single, because that's a skill in itself, and if you can do that repeatedly, then you obviously must have some sort of very specific skill for it. And then I also wanted to get, like, say, the underground people like A$AP Rock and Dilated Peoples and those kind of more specifically sort of hardcore people, or who do a particular type of not necessarily what you might consider hip-hoppy thing to most people. You can learn stuff from like a Pharoah Monch, who might tell you like this is how you do really intricate flows, but then you might get something different from Nelly, who might say, okay, if you want to do a club record, you might want to do this or that. I want it to be like a definitive thing, so I thought the more people I get hold of, the better. So that's how I kind of went about that.
You also mentioned that you had Kool G Rap do the foreword. Why Kool G Rap for the foreword?
The foreword was like one of the last things we put together. And when I'd interviewed everyone, one of the first questions I asked always was, how did you learn how to rap? Just as a sort of to start us off. And a lot of people, like, I don't know, maybe 80-90% mentioned Kool G Rap. But Kool G Rap really came up for a lot of people as far as the real technical aspects, like putting together compound rhymes, multisyllabic rhymes and stuff. So he just seemed like a really great choice to go ahead and get that forward done. He kind of mentioned people like Rakim and Melly Mel in the forward as well. So I thought that was good, that if there's a kid coming to rapping, you might not know all these people, might not know their importance. So I thought it was good to get like a real firm grounding in a kind of tight space from him.
Was it hard to get people to admit that they pretty much were copying off of other people, or was that just really... This came natural to them?
Surprisingly, it wasn't actually that difficult. I mean, you did get a few people who were like, I was born kind of the best MC ever, and, my style comes just from me and stuff, which, I mean, is fair enough, because it's hip-hop. You expect everyone to kind of have a bit of that braggadocio in there. But most people did go like, I listened to Melly Mel, and then I took my... You're not like... It's not like biting, because obviously in hip-hop you don't want to be a biter, and you don't want to kind of just rip off someone's style. But I think that's how everyone seemed to do it. They take, you like this guy, you take what he does, you like this specific thing he does, you take that, you put it in a pot. Before you know where you are, you've got your own style, which isn't actually like any of those people's style. You can see where it's come from if you know the little individual elements, but because it's all mixed up, and I mean that happens in all art, like if you're a painter or you're a movie director, you hear directors all the time, I learned from this guy and this guy. So I think that's natural,
I actually wanted to talk about the 4 fundamental elements of emceeing that you write about in your book, which is content, flow, writing, and delivery. Is one more important than the other?
Well, I actually asked everyone, what do you consider more important, the flow and the delivery or the content? And it was pretty split, but I think there was an edge towards flow. I mean, if you can flow already, then yeah, you might be the kind of MC who focuses on content. But I think at a basic level, like, what you need to concentrate on if you're kind of beginning is you need to have the flow, you need to be staying on beat, you need to have the musicality of it, because if you don't have that, then you can't really be an MC. You can have the greatest content in the world, but if you don't stay on beat, then no one's really going to listen to your music. And by the same token, with the delivery, if you can't spit your rhymes clearly and how you want them to sound and have it sound good as just music, then no one's really going to be interested in what you have to say. Though, having said that, once you are good, once you're at a certain stage, then there are MCs who focus more on content, where, like, back in the day, a Melly Mel, obviously you didn't have the crazy rhythms that you have today, so it wasn't necessarily all flow-based. So it was more to do with what he was saying and his message and everything.
How important is, in learning how to rap, is the video aspect important?
It's definitely important in terms of, like, if you want to sell a whole bunch of records. On an artistic sort of side, again, it's good to have a good video that kind of fits in with what you're doing. I mean, like an example, like A$AP Rock had a video for his track None Shall Pass, which is like animated, and it really fits in with his whole style. So yeah, it's definitely important. I mean, I hope people don't concentrate on that over the artistic side, like, oh, let me just be a gangster rapper because that's going to make me. So I don't think that's a good idea, because if you're not that, I don't think you can kind of fake it very well, or you can't fake it for very long before people find out.
Pick one rapper from the past 20 years that would best represent all 4 fundamentals you discuss in your book.
Yeah, I guess I've already said it, Chuck D. He's got the voice, incredible voice. He's got an incredible flow, which is also very, like, idiosyncratic in terms of no one else really flows like that. It kind of stops and starts, but in its own special way is flow. So he's got that down. So you might even listen to him just for the voice and the flow. And then, of course, he does stories, he does positive stuff. He is, very cleverly kind of created, got Flavor Flav as the sort of yin to his yang to sort of balance up his seriousness, which was, a stroke of genius as well. And then he picks amazing beats, and is part of the creative process of that. So yeah, probably Chuck D.
So Paul, after reading this book, will my grandmother be able to rap?
Would your grandmother be able to rap? I'd hope so. I mean, I think not everyone is going to come out. Like, it'd be like with guitars. Not everyone's going to read a guitar book and then be able to be Jimi Hendrix or Eric Clapton or someone. And I think maybe your grandmother will be the next Kool G Rap. We don't know.
The book is How to Rap, The Art and Science of the Hip-Hop MC. The author is Paul Edwards. Paul Edwards, thanks for joining us here on And You Don't Stop, only on WBAI 99.5.
Thank you very much.
The crowds are getting louder. I wonder how the people wanna go fight for the white powder. People hanging in spots. They waited till the blocks got hot and got raided by the cops. I'll explain the man sleeping in the rain. His whole life remains inside a bottle of night train. Another man got his clothes in a sack, cause he spent every dime of his rent playing blackjack. And there's the poor little sister. She has a little baby daughter named Sonia, and Sonia has pneumonia. So why's a mother in a buckle and zipper? Yo, that's a job. Sonia's mommy is a bar stripper. Drug dealers drive around looking hard, knowing they're sending their brothers and sisters to the graveyard. Every day is a main event. Some old lady limps, the bushes and pimps eat shrimps. It gets tiring, the sight of a gun firing. They must desire for the sign of a siren. A bag lady dies in the alleyways. She's seen the last of her days inside the subways. One more down the slope, a kid couldn't cope, so he stole somebody's dope in a gold rope. Now my son's on the run. He's the one that had fun that was done by shotgun. Upstairs, I cover my ears and tears. The man downstairs must have drank too many beers. Cause every day of his life, he beats his wife. To one night, she decides to pull a butcher knife. Blind man plays the sax. A tune called The Arms on My Mom's Show, railroad tracks. Many lives are cut short. It's when you're living in the streets of New York. Baby needs new shoes, but his papa uses all the money for booze. A young girl is undressed in the backseat of a caddy, calling some man daddy. 3 men slain inside an apartment. All you can see is the sparks when it darkens. Daylight broke, cops rolling on the scene. The drug war, daily routine. Gambler spots, just a poor man's jackpot. You win on a lot, you get shot. The drug dealing fanatics, but you don't want no static, cause they got crack addicts with automatics. Shootout for a desire for territory. A kid got caught on the crossfire. A tired mother can't take no more. She grabbed a bottle full of sleeping pills and took about 24. Human beings are laying on the pavement, cause they're a part of an mental enslavement. The cop snipers, little babies in dirty diapers. This type of life is making you hyper. People scouting a torched out building and got killed when the cold air filled in. Is help really suggested? No more persons arrested, a child molested. A little kid says, yo, I got a color TV, CD player, and car stereo, and all I want is a capsule. I also got a 38, don't give me no hassle. One kid heads straight for the top and get stopped and pop by crooked cop. Look behind you when you walk. That's how it is in the streets of New York.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. To move closer to family, live within a smaller budget, or just wanting a change of scenery. Whatever your reasons, having to figure out all the various housing market trends in your area may not be what you signed up for. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in. Realtors have the expertise to help you find the right price and navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. That's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries plus napkins plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.